How do you deal with the man who had the leader of Terror Squad as scared as this?
They was not scared of Suge Knight. They was terrified of Suge Knight.
Right.
I mean, terrified.
I know.
No, to death.
To death.
This was the same man that Corrupt said beat up an employee and sat on him in the bathroom. The same man who had another employee drink the urine of everyone that was in the room. Now, most people referred to him as the boogeyman of hip-hop. Despite how scary and intimidating he was, now, there was some people that stood up to him. Those people is from the rap group G-Unit.
What's up, Mr. Kid 50 Cent? What's the talk in New York, Tom Diego?
It's your man Lloyd Bank.
Young Buck.
That nigga eyes him up. Snoop did that. You see how that nigga? Snoop did that too. Play his last one and then play the one. That nigga went for. Hey, it's a homie kid. Hey, it's the homie kid.
But when the leader of your group, then it's no surprise that they weren't scared of anyone. This beef happened after 50 Cent had been shot 9 times. And when you've been shot that many times, it's impossible to be scared of anything anymore. The 50 Cent we all know now is a mogul, but during this period, he was shooting first and asking questions after.
I developed the paranoia. As soon as something don't feel right, I'm shooting whoever because I'm not.
This beef happened back in the late 90s and early 2000s. Some might even say 50 Cent was already involved in this beef, but he just didn't know it when his career started. One of 50's mentors, Dr. Dre, left Death Row Records under a pretty dark cloud. Yes, Dre had a lot of success on Death Row Records, but several reports state that he decided to leave because he didn't like the fact that Death Row was connected with too many gangsters and getting embroiled in a lot of street beefs. Dr. Dre might have also left the label because he didn't get on well with Tupac. Suge tried to stop Dre from leaving Death Row, but after he left the label, the beef with Suge Knight became so serious, some reports even claim that Suge made an attempt on Dre's life. After Dre left, he started Aftermath Records, but the label wasn't successful in its early years. Dre eventually signed Eminem, and Aftermath ended up becoming one of the most successful record companies of that era. But as Aftermath became successful, Death Row was on a downward spiral. Tupac had died, Snoop was trying to leave, and Suge was in and out of prison. Anyone who signed with Dre inherited this beef, and that list includes even Eminem.
M had inherited Dr. Dre's beef by signing with Dre. M was now the prodigy of Dr. Dre. Dre left Death Row. Suge didn't like that. Dre getting back on. Got this white rapper that's ended up being the best rapper in the world. Suge had a problem with it. He was like, you know what? That kid need to be with us over at Death Row.
According to Eminem's bodyguard Big Nas, Suge Knight tried to intimidate Eminem to join Death Row, even at award shows.
Right. So M was walking to his seat. I'm standing up to the side, and M was cut off on his way to his seat, and all these guys in red shirts surrounded him. And I'm looking at M's face, and I'm looking at these guys. I'm like, shit, something ain't right. So I start making my way around to come up the aisle. And next thing I know, you see all these guys talking about Death Row, motherfucker, Death Row. Death Row, motherfucker, Death Row. So by this time, I cut in. I step in front of M. I push the guys back. I'm like, yo, what the fuck going on here, man? He said, Death Row, motherfucker. This Death Row about. This Death Row life. I was like, Death Row, what does it got to do with him? He said, hey man, Suge sent him a message.
The intimidation tactic did not work with Eminem, but that did not stop Suge Knight from going after another rapper affiliated with Eminem and Dr. Dre. Eminem signed a rapper in South Jamaica, Queens back in 2002.
When I got the phone call that M was interested in the project and he wanted to meet, it was like completely non-traditional. It was like Friday night he's calling me, so I gotta fly to Los Angeles that Saturday. I almost didn't make it. I got stopped in the airport because I had my vest on. Because I wouldn't go nowhere without the vest or my pistol at the time. So they stopped me with the vest and told me it was a back brace I needed for my back. When I met M, it was the first week His second album had been out. And he sold like 1.7 million records. I had a deal on the table at Universal, 1.3 million they offered me for my album, solo album, and then for G-Unit solo album, and I didn't take the deal. And Yayo and them was looking at me like, how much? Like, you're not gonna take it. I didn't even know how to explain it to him that we would just be in the ocean. Like, we'd just be another thing on Universal Music Group. I'm saying, I'm not doing that deal. I'm doing the deal with Eminem.
50 Cent was very successful with Shady Records, and it wasn't just him. 50 brought his boys with him. G-Unit was also signed to the label. 50 and his group were so successful that this period was referred to as the G-Unit era. Their debut album, Beg for Mercy, became an instant classic, and other members of the group like Tony Yayo, Lloyd Banks, and Young Buck also had successful careers. But just like Eminem, 50 Cent and G-Unit had also inherited Dre's beef with Suge Knight. It was just a matter of time before they had their own encounter with hip-hop's boogeyman. By now, Suge Knight's reputation preceded him. He was a member of the mob Pyru Bloods, and the 6-foot bearded record label CEO didn't move around alone. He always had a squad with him. But Suge wasn't moving around with regular homies in the street. He was known for moving with Mexican blood members. That's how deep Suge was in the streets.
Suge Knight's a problem. I'll tell you a quick story is, Cool and Dre, they went to the BMI Awards here in LA. They were going in the entrance and it looked like it was the way to get in. And so all the other producers, writers, everybody was online. It was all there. So then Cool and Dre noticed as they were getting closer to the line that every artist was taking off their earrings, their watches, their chains, and it was Suge Knight sitting in a chair collecting everybody's jewelry, and they were like giving it up professionally. Yeah, earrings too, guys. Take them off, take off your... And this really happened. There's no cap. And then when Cool and Dre walked up, they thought they were gonna be robbed too. And then Suge seen them and said, yo, y'all them producers, y'all down with Joe. And he was like, Cool and Dre, right? And it was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, y'all could go inside. They almost felt guilty that they got to keep their jewelry. You know, people were volunteering. You know, he was a very dangerous guy. Suge Knight was a very dangerous guy.
G-Unit's first encounter with Suge Knight was back when 50 Cent was shooting the video for one of the biggest songs of his career. And that song, In the Club. They was on set shooting in the club, and Suge Knight was not on the guest list. No one expected him to show up, but he just popped up and appeared on set, uninvited and all. Suge Knight invited himself. When Suge Knight arrived at 50 Cent's video shoot, he arrived in typical Suge Knight fashion. He was not alone. According to various sources, Suge Knight arrived with about 30 Mexicans.
Last year when Suge Knight got hurt at that pre-Grammys party, I think you commented on Instagram. And so recently when he got arrested and he's charged with murder, I'm kind of wondering like how you guys react to seeing this. It feels like we're back in the 90s. It's weird that this is happening in 2015.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird how. I thought it was weird how, right? Like you run the car, you run him over in the car. Oh, this is some next level now. Yeah, like I was like, what happened? I remember the time, actually, it's funny because he showed up in the club video. He came, it was like, Suge's outside! Suge's outside! Everybody like, he was running, dropping shit, like, man, everybody going, I'm in front of the camera like this.
The only man that wasn't worried about Suge's arrival was 50 Cent. Everyone else was running around all nervous at Suge's presence. It threw the whole set into total chaos.
Everybody running. It was just gone. Yeah, now it kind of changed a little bit. Like when somebody from the barbershop like punch you and knock you out after that, like you be knocked out, like from the guy from the barbershop do that, it changed. And they be like, Suge's outside. And everybody be like, yeah? What do you want? It changes a little bit, you know what I mean? Like
Greg the Knockout Kid did get famous off that.
I don't know his name.
Yeah, that was Greg the Knockout Kid. He got his name, he got famous. He just got
famous now. He famous now.
He said famous for a couple of weeks.
Knocked out Suge, man.
Another person who was present on this day was 50 Cent's mentor, Eminem. According to Tony Yayo, Eminem was ready for anything. Yayo stated that this was when he realized that M wasn't just another white boy.
Suge is coming! Yo, bro, Suge is coming! This is when I knew, I'm like, damn, Eminem is a real 50 outside, what's up? And then the Suge just walked away. The Mexican nigga kind of confused, like they didn't know what was going on. But niggas came outside. Eminem came outside 100%. Wow. Oh, what did I miss?
Okay.
And Eminem was like, yo, I don't give a man. Give a man. Because you remember, it's documented. Proof told Suge.
50 Cent stood up to Suge Knight. He walked up to him and said, "What's up, man? What you want to do?" Suge was smoking one of his trademark cigars while 50 spoke to him. Suge said nothing, looked at him, took a drag of his cigar, and left.
We were shooting in the club video, and somebody said, Suge Knight here. And 50 I was at the bar, Gang was there. He was shooting in the club scene, and he stopped, and Suge came in with 30 Mexicans, like you said, which is weird, you know what I'm saying?
He always wrong with the Mexicans.
You know what I'm saying? And I just remember Smurf and 50 was like, what's up, man? What you want to do?
Bang him.
Yeah, Bang him was like, what you want to do? And Suge looked at him, and he took a puff of his cigar, and he blew it out, and he did like this, and he left. Like a movie, I know, I guess it's some LA shit, like just a intimidation type shit.
But this wouldn't be the only time G-Unit will come up against Suge Knight. The next time they met, Suge might have been more dangerous. And this time, they met Suge at the Vibe Awards. And once again, Suge Knight was not invited. You might say Suge Knight was doing pop-up shows way before Kendrick Lamar made it popular.
The Vibe Awards is a big award show.
Right.
You guys are there,
Right.
and Suge Knight shows up, uninvited.
The thing about Suge Knight, I'm gonna tell you, Suge Knight is a pop-up master. Like, he'll pop up. It's like the art of war. He just always surprise you. You never know when he's gonna pop up.
This time, Suge Knight didn't show up with Mexicans. He showed up with one of 50 Cent's oldest enemies, Irv Gotti. Irv Gotti and the Murder Inc. crew was one of 50 Cent's earliest enemies, and that's because of his beef with Ja Rule. Now, if it was up to Irv Gotti, 50 Cent would not be as successful as he is today. When 50 was beefing with Ja Rule, Irv Gotti tried to blackball him from having a successful career. And this was way before 50 Cent signed with Eminem.
It was also around the time when 50 was beefing with Ja Rule
that he got shot 9 times. So when 50 Cent saw two of his biggest enemies hanging out together, it was go time. And this time, 50 didn't want to be the one to get shot.
So 50 Cent was proactive. He told one of his homeboys to go and get 15 knives, as he wasn't taking any chances. 50 Cent, G-Unit, and their entourage had 15 people, so 15 knives for 15 guys. Everyone was holding a weapon.
And 50 being the genius he is, told James Cruz, go buy 15 knives. And James Cruz went, bought 15 knives, passed them on the trailer, and we was like, 15 with knives is like, you ever seen American Me?
Oh yeah.
You see how gets that?
Yeah.
So you know, 15,
that was the movie that made me never want to go to prison. Just so you know, that movie right there.
So you know, 15 with knives, we moving like, come on, we moving like an American Me.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, I mean, that was genius.
So, you know, the homies wasn't messing around, and they were ready for anything. But in the end, Irv and Suge figured that an award show is not the right place to start any mess. So they just ended up just walking past the trailer. However, these days, 50 Cent is a mogul. And as for Suge Knight, he's doing prison time. But that hasn't stopped him from sharing his thoughts with anyone. And he's still taking shots at his longtime rival Diddy, and has even offered to have him as his cellie.
So like a social war, everything I said was true.
Any artist out there want to be an artist and want to stay a star, don't want to have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the video, all on the record, dancing. Come to Death Row.
I'm not gonna go up there and hug him who has something to do with the homie getting shot up. So yeah, what did I say? One true. If you don't want them all on your videos, they could have came to death row that when it happened. Because at the end of the day, that motherfucker was all in the videos still today. I don't want to see you go down. But if you need a celly, I'm gonna grant you my seal, boy. Had your cook game working, I don't want no head, but you're gonna be cleaning the toilet.